Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Nimithrander.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
And now that we've had our meeting with Yai Miko, brief and cryptic as it was, it's time that we return to the Kamisato estate to have our second visit with the Lady Ayaka. Would be nice to actually see her this time, but we shall see. We are still strangers, after all. We can't rightly ask a princess of the Kamisato clan to simply show herself to us. That would be rather uncouth, particularly for an outlander.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Ah.
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face.
The pleasure is all mine, Miss Ayaka.
I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Actually, we didn't really help at all. The damage done by losing a vision can't be completely undone. I assume the best that we could do for them would be to return their visions. Perhaps then they would be restored, the part of them that was taken, given back to them. But even that might be wishful thinking.
Yeah, short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Oh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
That is fine with me.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
It seems to be a fate worse than death. And I would see it corrected.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure.
I suppose this is why you sent me. On your three wishes. You wished for me to see the ramifications on the innocent. A rather effective ploy, I must say. Cleverly done, Miss Kamisato.
It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
On the one hand, I might be irked by your manipulation. by coaxing me into guilt over all this. But on the other hand, how would I have learned the truth had you not pointed me so stridently in their direction? I will help you fight the Vision Hunt decree. It is the right thing to do, no matter how we came to that conclusion.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise you made me.
Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all.
So you doubted me, Toma? You thought that I could see their suffering and simply let it be? You didn't have a very high opinion of me then, did you?
Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komore Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
I was going to say, where would there be more secretive than your own house, but... And again, the walls have ears, as they say, and this is a rather large estate, so perhaps Komore Tea House really would be a better venue. At least a smaller one. Kamisato Ayaka and Toma take you once again to Komore Tea House. And for once, this doesn't go by in the blinking of an eye, so it may actually be read.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
What kind of god is the Raiden Shogun? I've had experience with some other deities, particularly by this juncture, Barbados of Mondstadt, although he goes by the name of Venti, and is a bard free as the wind. Not much of a god indeed, or at least he doesn't act like one for the most part. Though I suppose, considering his mantra is freedom, above all, well, I suppose he embodies that well enough. And the other, of whom I've made acquaintance, was Zhongli, or Rex Lapis, or Morax. The man has many names, and was famed as the god of contracts and the Geo-Archon. Steady as stone, that one, and he will never break his word once it's given. So what kind of god is the Raiden Shogun, the Electro-Archon?
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, She appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Interesting. An unfeeling god. That does not bode well. No ruler should lack sentimentality. After all, if they'd care nothing for themselves or for anyone else, then how can they be good judges of character? And if they cannot judge, then how could they possibly rule or pass judgment? Is no one else fighting the Vision Hunt decree?
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango no Miya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sango no Miya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt decree.
It seems that we shall have to pay a visit at some point to Watatsumi Island then, and converse with Sango no Miya. After all, by the sounds of it, there are few others willing to aid us on the mainland. Have you raised a formal objection to the Vision Hunt decree? It is worth considering a diplomatic solution. Although, based on what you've just told me, a god of unfeeling eternity likely would not care if you came to her and besought her for mercy or clemency, leave alone to change her mind or reverse her decisions. And so, while it may be worth an effort, I would not anticipate simply asking for the revocation of the decree to bear much fruit.
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree.
You're implying that they have influence over the Shogun that you do not? If she doesn't care, or more precisely is unemotional, then you would think that simply presenting a firm enough argument, a convincing enough argument, shorn of emotional implication, or stressing eternity, I suppose, might work, but yeah, the Kanjo, the other commissions are just vetoing everything you do, so you might not even be able to present an argument to the Shogun by the sounds of it. Very well, I have no further questions.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
That must have been where Venti acquired his false vision. Come to think of it, it'd be kinda nice to have one of those. It would spare me all manner of questions, after all. Considering that I can use elemental power without a vision, that makes the Traveler stand out a lot, and gets us into all manner of trouble. So having a false vision might be useful, although perhaps not here and not now. After all, one of the few things we've got going for us at this moment is that we don't have a vision, and therefore do not fall instantly under the Vision Hunt Decree's purview. So, even if I could get a vision, false vision, mind you, right now, it wouldn't really help us. It would just call attention to us and get us arrested in all likelihood. Still, something to consider in the future.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Oh dear.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu.
He has saved many from a dire fate. It is only right that he should be saved too.
Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.
I see. So, you're asking me to undertake this rescue mission.
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
At a fireworks shop? That is somewhat strange. The commission's commission. Talk to Mother Ame.
You want to know who you'll be meeting in Hanamizaka? Let's just say they'll be easy to find. You'll see what I mean when you get there.
I admit I do kind of prefer to know who I'm meeting before I meet them. But I won't hold that too much against you, Miss Ayaka.
The books were more interesting.
I wonder where Toma got to. He should be somewhere around here. After all, he was keeping watch. Good to know that everyone in here is loyal to the Yashiro Commission, and thus not an immediate threat to our secrecy. I would be rather concerned otherwise. And we begin to see the picture of the Raiden Shogun forming. Ah, and there's Toma.
Hey, all finished? I've been keeping watch, and I'm happy to report that everything is fine and dandy.
I suppose it's a good thing that you are a common customer of the Komore Tea House, and therefore no one would be particularly interested in you coming and going from here.
Tea is
It
this?
would kind of defeat the purpose, wouldn't you say, if merely arriving here caused a stir?
Please don't enter without
Oh well. On that note, I think I'll end the episode here. Had an interesting chat with Miss Ayaka, and, well, we're set to go to a fireworks shop for some reason. But that reason I'll leave hanging, at least till tomorrow. So, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story, and my Warframe content. And as always, have a good day.